And welcome back. And I found 3 more pretty difficult GCSE questions. And obviously that's all a relative thing, isn't it? Because what's difficult for one person is not necessarily difficult for another. But nevertheless, I've got an algebraic fractions one. I genuinely think this is quite a difficult question. If you can do this, you get the topic. I found a vectors one, because I know everyone hates vectors. And I think I've got a geometry one, although I might switch that for another one. So I'll release this one today, obviously, and the next one will come over the next few days or by the end of the week. Either way, pause the video, give it a go, and as I say, genuinely, do this one, you've got algebraic fractions. It's only 4 marks, but that's because it's the end of the paper and they can't give too many marks for those people that haven't made it this far. How do we do? Now, just purely for space reasons, I'm going to have to zoom out and leave this one up here. My approach is going to be, and I would suggest the same thing for you, you've got to be neat and clear in what you do. So I'm going to work through each of these and then simplify them and frankly hope they're all going to cancel down. And I did this question a while ago. I think this question is 2 or 3 years old. So I know it simplifies down to something a lot neater. I can't remember what it is, but we'll give it a go and see how we do. And also, just an aside, I'll know whether I got it right because it will simplify to something sensible. It won't be a complete mess. Let's go with the first one. So I've got 4x squared minus 17x minus 15. So I'm going to write that out here. So 4x squared minus 17x minus 15. Now, 2 ways of doing this, or many ways of doing it, but 2 main ways of doing it. One is guessing, and the other one is the algorithm method, which is basically the one I'm going to use because it's just safer, and frankly, there's so many factors of 4 and 15. Guessing could take a while. So even if I could do it, let's do the safe method. So minus 15 times 4 is minus 60. And I need 2 numbers that multiply to make minus 60 and add to make minus 17. And the temptation is to use minus 12 and minus 5, which does give me minus 17, but of course that doesn't give me minus 60, that gives me plus 60. So actually the numbers I need are minus 20 and 3. So then if I write my original expression out as 4x squared minus 20x plus 3x minus 15, what I can then do is factorise the bit on the left and factorise the bit on the right. Well, the bit on the left becomes 4x x minus 5, and the bit on the right becomes, well, I want to see an x minus 5. So if I take a 3 out, I do indeed get an x minus 5. And that is great because if I factorise out the x minus 5, that leaves behind a 4x and a plus 3. And I've done the first one, so the first one is done. Now the 2x minus 1 is 2x minus 1. Not much I can do there, so I'm just going to leave that as it is in the way I can see it. Then I'm going to move on to the 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. Well, let's do this one over here because space is going to be a premium for this question. So it's going to be 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. Which, now I am going to do the guessing method on this one because I think 2 is going to be a 2 and a 1. The 3 is going to be a 3 and a 1. And the minus 7 and the plus 3 means I've got minuses in between. So I can pretty much guess there's going to be 2x and x. They're both minus. And really the question is, where does the 3 go and where does the 1 go? Well, I want 7. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then I need another 1. So in other words, it's going to be 2 times a 3. And then I need the other 1. Again, the algorithm method's fine here, but point is, I've done the top right as well. Then the bottom right is x squared minus 25, and x squared minus 25 is difference of 2 squares, so that's going to be x minus 5, x plus 5. Let's just pause there for a second. I'm feeling a bit better about this. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, I'll say that comment quite a lot. I'm feeling a bit better. And what I mean by that is, I can spot that I've got 2x minus 1 here, and there's 1 in the question. I've got an x minus 5 and an x minus 5 here, so I'm thinking they're going to cancel. And then hopefully some more stuff cancels along the way. Right, let's see what happens. Now, I'm also going to deal with this, hopefully at the same time. So let's kind of see what I can do with that, but I need to make sure I don't miss that out. So putting this all together, it's going to be 4x squared minus 17x minus 15 has become x minus 5 times 4x plus 3 all over, you see why I've done that in a second, 2x minus 1. Now fractions, multiply top, multiply the bottom, so I can basically just do it as one big fraction. So the 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 becomes 2x minus 1 x minus 3. And the new denominator on the right one becomes x minus 5 x plus 5. Now, before I write the next step, because I think I know what's going to happen, Let's see what happens here first. So I can cancel out my x minus 5s. I can cancel out my 2x minus 1s. You'll notice my denominator is now just x plus 5, which means I can also deal with the addition part of the calculation. So in other words, I can change that to 29 minus 4x, all multiplied by x plus 5, all over x plus 5. Which means I have the same numerator, so same denominator, so I can just add my numerators. On the left, I've got a double brackets. On the right, I've got a double brackets. So actually, I'm just expanding two things. And again, I'm kind of hoping there's going to be a lot of cancelling here, but let's do this carefully. So numerator on the left is 4x plus 3 times x minus 3. So that's going to be 4x squared minus, take this carefully because you don't want to make a silly error and lose a couple of marks. So 4x squared minus 12x plus 3x minus 9. And make this all one big fraction. Denominators are the same. 29 times x is 29x. 29 times 5, well, 30 times 5 is 150. Minus 5 is 145. Yeah, that's correct. Minus 4 times x is minus 4x squared. Good. Tell you why I said good in a second. And minus 4x times 5 is minus 20x. And all of that is over x plus 5. Now, one thing I like to do, and again, if you see my other videos, you will have seen me do this, is tick things as I go. So let's deal with the x squared. So 4x squared minus 4x squared goes away. Brilliant. Minus 12x plus 3x is minus 9x. Plus 29x is 20x. Minus 20x goes away as well. Excellent. So I'm definitely feeling confident I've done the right thing here. And then I've got 145 minus 9, which is going to give me 136. And that's all over x plus 5. And that's it. And actually, if I want to double check it, and don't worry, I will have double checked it before I post this video. But if I want to double check it, I put x equals 1 into the thing I start with, x equals 1 into my final answer, and I should get the same answer if I've got time to do that in the exam. But I'm quite comfortable. It looks like it's fallen out to be the right thing. That is today's difficult question done. Genuinely well done if you got that. Don't let the number of marks make you think it's an easier question than it is. Like I say, not all marks are equal in the GCSE. These are the end of paper marks to get that highest grade. So if you got that, well done. Excellent. Good job. I'll see you for the next one. As ever, do subscribe to the channel. It's a growing channel, as you may be able to tell. And I really want to make sure that more people see the content. Thanks all. Bye.